All right, it is a beautiful morning here in LA. A little cold for LA, and I'm on my way to go see Grant Cardone. I got a message earlier this week that he was in LA. He was going to be putting on a free show, and so I'm headed there now. They gave out a notice they actually had to change the venue where there were just too many people. They said too many people signed up. They needed more space, so headed to downtown, the Marriott in downtown LA. Very excited to see what it's all about, and I want to give you guys the inside scoop. So stay tuned for more info on A Day with Grant Cardone. For those of you who don't know who Grant is, he is a self-made man, big in real estate investing, personal development. He does a lot of these 10X growth conferences where he helps people get to the next level in their life. And on the real estate investing side, he owns over $1 billion worth of assets, thousands of units. He's buying 300 to 500 unit apartment complexes. And what he does is he goes in, he buys these apartments with his own money. Once he closes, he then raises funds from investors, friends, family, accredited investors. And what he preaches is cash flow, where he's doing 6 to 8% a year cash flow, where these apartments, they're paying for themselves and they're paying the investors. And over the course of the investment, they'll appreciate natural appreciation, and then he'll also go in, get the rents up, let's say $100 a month, $150 a month, and on a 500 unit investment, you increase the income dramatically, and you can increase the value of the property by $20-30 million. So what I'm very excited about today is to see a guy, hopefully meet a guy that is doing it, to show that it's possible. When it becomes reality, when you see it in person, that there's somebody who's doing it, that's done it before, it gives you the confidence to be able to do it. So the venue change is real. I'm here with Eric.
Hey, what's up?
From
Here's
TGG.
Uncle G.
And there are a lot of people here. The hype is real. Glad they changed the venue. Hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of people showing up to see Uncle G. So once we get inside, we'll give you a look.
My goal is to spend 3 days with you, 41 days from now. You're a ball player. You're AD. You had $23 million contracts going. Now what you got? You got a Twitter account? What you gonna do for money, man? Everybody in this room, you're gonna run out of your present situation, and the flow's gonna stop.
So I know that was a really quick look into Grant's event, but I thought it'd be better to actually jump into the substance of what he talks about and what he preaches. So the number one thing that Grant talks about is that you can't create wealth off just a paycheck. A 9-to-5 job is not gonna cut it. So what do? You have to invest more. And how do you invest more? You have to increase your income and lower your expenses. Grant says that 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and that we need to break that habit. So what do? The option is to increase your passive income streams. And when we look at it, let's say you're making $75,000 a year. 35% is going to the government, another 40% is gonna cover your expenses and your overhead, and then whatever's left over is for you. And that money left over, you have to invest so that money is working for you to bring in more income. You also need to lower your expenses. What I advise is break down your month to month, see what your overhead is, your necessities, whether that's your rent, your car payment, your health insurance, food, and then figure out what's miscellaneous, what are the wants, things that you're spending extra money on that you don't have to. And now that that extra money is working for you, you can start saying, well, now my expenses are covered. I have $1,000 coming in a month, that's gonna cover my rent. I have another $500 coming in, that's gonna cover my food. So it's pretty cool to look at it, whereas you increase your income, this gap between your income and expenses gets bigger, but then this more income is covering your expenses, so now your expenses essentially are getting lowered. I can jump into why I like real estate as my source of passive income, but the matter of fact of all of this, the core of it, is that you need to have your money working for you in order to create wealth. You need the extra cash available after you pay your taxes, after you cover your expenses, that needs to be making money. So as you're working, you're making money. The money you have stored away is making additional money. So your income grows, the gap between your income and expenses is growing, and that's where you create your wealth. And the difference between that gap of your income and your expenses, where you're making money and your money is making money for you.